Welcome back. Now we answer questions we received from you, our viewers. If you have a question, visit our website, QuranSpeaks.com. Dr. Shabir, the question is, do Muslims believe in karma?
Well, we have a similar concept. So let's explain what's similar and what's different. So first of all, the idea of karma. This comes from Hinduism, in which there are four related concepts. One is dharma, which means that you're in a certain position in life. Two is karma, which is basically the idea that you must do well in your dharma, in your position in life. And if you do well, then, next time around, you will be reborn in a better position. Or if you do badly, then next time around you will be in a lower position in the hierarchy of life. And that comes now to the third concept, which is this reincarnation or samsara. And further, there is moksha, the idea of being free from this whole circle of birth and rebirth. So the four concepts: dharma, karma, samsara, and moksha. So taking karma by itself, doesn't make sense. It makes sense within this whole scheme. And now we're going to narrow down only on this one aspect, karma, because Islam does not take cognizance of this whole scheme. In fact, there is no reincarnation in Islam. And the idea of karma in Islam is not that as if there's some cosmic necessity between what you do and the effects that you receive, because as Faraz Rabbani from Seekers Hub approved an answer to a question related to this, in that answer it is pointed out that it is God who is in control of all affairs, and it's God who will mete out the products of our own actions, so whether good or bad. So yes, in a way, we can say that this is the promise of God. If you do good, you will get good results. If you do bad, you will get bad results. But those good or bad results still depend on God's final judgment. God can still control issues and make sure that even though you did bad, God can still do a favor to you and prevent harm from reaching you. And if you do good, well, naturally you will get good results, but maybe you will get better results than as if there is some cosmic impersonal force that's making it happen as a calculated result. No, it's God's decision finally as well. So that's the Islamic take on this, basically. But in a general way, we can say that Islam agrees with Newton's third law of motion, which says that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So what we do is going to result in good or bad depending on what we do. But in the Islamic concept, you might get the good or bad in this life. Like, for example, there are hadiths saying that if you're good to your parents, then your life will be extended. So you might get the good results. So listen carefully.
I'm paying close attention.
Yeah. So if you might get the good results in this life, but the real promise of the Quran, or the ultimate promise, is that we will get good for our good actions in the life hereafter. And of course, the feared result of our bad actions will be in the life hereafter.
Thank you for explaining that, Dr. Shabir.
You're welcome.
Wondering what's this funny thing on my head? Got questions you're too embarrassed to ask? Have no fear. On Let the Quran Speak, you can explore Islamic beliefs and practices and learn about Canadian Muslims, all from the comfort of your home.